Hi again. So today I discovered I'm still at too high stakes. For example, this apartment I'm currently in, I can't pay the rent. I can't even pay half of this rent. But I have been living here for a year or more. So in a way, it really sucks being at too high stakes, at too high levels, right? Because you don't understand anything. These are these people for who this price and these big apartments is nothing, and they're always floating bigger things like houses and stuff. So you don't really get, because I would be like super happy with just the sleeping places. My roommate, they're all about like some luxury apartments, right? So I don't know where I am frequency wise. Right? I don't know what is going on here. So and. Good news is I have time to learn where I am at. I can observe, I can listen, I can try to help, right? But yeah, I can't even pay half of the rent of this apartment, for example. And I've been living here for a year. So how did I get here? I was 10 years ago, I came from a spiritual gathering, hippie gathering, and then I met this woman and I moved to her place. We argued, but it ended up we had 2 kids. And then her mother is really like a mad woman. Understanding? She attacked us. I pushed her out of the door. She was living next door in another house. And then I quickly escaped to this apartment. Because girlfriend already had rented this apartment. We were about to move to this one because the old one was too small. We already had 2 kids, right? So I just came here and I've been living here for a year or more. But I can't afford this one, right? So in a way it really sucks because you don't understand. If the money is moving above your heads, right? You don't understand where you are, right? But on the other hand, it's full luxury, like of course it's comfortable, pleasant, right? If it's full luxury, right? And if you can't pay, you can't pay. So somebody else will pay, right? And so in that way it's like good, but of course there are benefits of renting on your own. Then you can understand what you're doing, right? But they don't allow it. They like, we're the real estate people. We will provide it ourselves. So I can't rent on my own a cheaper, smaller one. They don't allow it, and they also want bigger one, even bigger and more expensive one. So this causes a lot of not understanding. Right? So I'm playing too high in that sense. Right? So it started 10 years ago when I came from spiritual gathering and moved into girlfriend's place. Right? It was in another place. Yeah, looking back, I would say don't do that. I wouldn't recommend that, right? But back then you don't really know because that situation like sucked. I didn't have a good place to live in, and I felt that was also the way how to get this relationship going, right? So, but it's quite a gamble, right? Because you don't know what's there. You don't know what's there. Now we have 2 kids, so it's more fun. But yeah, it's quite a risk, right? Yeah. It's more conservative to have your own apartment and then slowly meet, right? Yeah. So yeah, now I had a really successful year in video game development. People are really buying this education how to do video games for kids. So I made like more than 3,000 euros with very little work this last year. In school years, the year starts at September and ends in May. So last school year I made like more than 3,000 with very little work. And while growing 2 kids. But yeah, I don't often understand where I am. I often don't understand what which topics are the people talking about. It's normally about more luxurious real estate, which I don't know anything about. So yeah, I can't move down. I can't move down the stakes. They don't allow. They say we provide the real estate. Right? So I'm locked at high stakes. Right? And I recently listened to this sports psychology advice at runadvance.com poker training site, and there they say you can't change it in game. If you are playing and you have the cards in your hand at the high stakes poker table, right? You need to play your best, right? You can't change the situation in game. You can't escape it. While if you already have the hand dealt, right? So it feels like that. Like the stakes are like high stakes, and I have the cards dealt, and I need to play these cards, right? So I can't escape to lower stakes. Yeah. So I try to play my best in this too high level situation, right? So yeah, I was taking a gamble or a big risk in the past 10 years ago, and this has led me to this high stakes, right? Or the very high placer. So yeah, I just continue whatever I know, and let's see like how is this how this will turn out. I'm still learning what to do and what not to do, and especially children, they're also very action friendly, so especially if the action is really fast, it's hard to make a perfect decision, right? Let's say a soccer game with 20 kids. How do you actually make a perfect decision that everybody will be enjoying the game, right? If there's 20 kids, right? But you need to make fast decisions, because otherwise they say, why are you playing so slow? We want fun action. So, but what is the perfect decision, right? What's a real Messi or Ronaldo decision, right? Which type of strike do you need to do so that everybody will become happy? So it's like that, right? So what is the best entertainment decision, right? But it's fast action, so you will make mistakes, right? I will make mistakes because the action is super fast, right? But I need to do decisions, right?